And now the cat is in here too. It's just everyone. We're all in this 8x8 room together. Why? Because everyone has to follow me, don't we? Anyway, I wanted to do a little haul because I was at my grandma's house yesterday, and if you see my other videos, you know that my grandpa passed away last month, and my grandma now has decided that she is like starting to like let some things go, like trying to go through the basement and stuff and clear out some things, because my grandpa held on to a lot of stuff, bought a lot of stuff. The Christmas stuff was mainly my grandma because she loves Christmas. So she had a lot of decorations, but she offered my sister and I to go down there and go through it. Did I say that right? She let us go down into her, we call it the Christmas corner, and see if we wanted any of the stuff that she wasn't using anymore. So I have a little haul. I gotta bring it in here though. Struggling. Okay, you can't see a lot of this. Let's start with like mainly like the kind of boring things because she had a lot of like outlets, extension cords. Like this is like a six outlet power station for outside. We haven't put up our outside Christmas lights yet because the roof just got finished, the gutters just got put on. So I just haven't gotten out there to do anything, and I think I'm gonna need Sean's help, but a lot of her stuff she never even opened. Same thing with my grandpa's stuff. So brand new Christmas lights. I think these are outdoor ones. Yeah, well, these are indoor or outdoor, so they will work. I obviously have to test everything, make sure that they're all still working, but I mean, I'm not gonna say no to free lights when I would have had to go out and buy them anyway. This is another one. This is one of those, I think it's what is it, 6 foot tall? Yeah, 6 foot tall, like pop-up Christmas tree for the front yard. So I thought that would be like really easy for me and Sean to do. The other boxes, I honestly don't really remember what was in here. Oh, okay. So this is very, I don't know, I'm kind of surprised she let me have these, but she said she was just gonna throw them away. So these are all old, like vintage candles, and I only saw like, this is all I saw, and I said yes, I would take them. Like, are you joking? They're so cute. And like the vintage box, this has probably been in the basement. She said it was my grandpa's mom that had them, and she died, I think, in the early 80s. So these have been down there for that long. Like, look how pretty. Ah! Trio light candles, they're twisted in there too. This I saw immediately. They're birthday candles, just like regular ones. I don't know why these are in with like the Christmas stuff, but if it was my great grandma's, then I guess maybe she just threw them all in a box. But look at that. I don't think I'm gonna use these, but these are like, now these would be huge for birthday candles. Whirl light, it says 15 cents on them. I'm scared I'm gonna find some spiders in this actually. This is big, like really, I have really large hands though, so I can't really, these are so big. Like, wow, look at that, it's bright green. What? Are these supposed to be little Christmas trees? Well, they're not very little, but. Oh, look at those. They have like a little like garland and a couple like small ornaments. This box, I think, is just garland. Yeah, a lot of it. So, and my grandma I don't know that I've ever seen her put garland out either. So my grandma puts out these beautiful like night lights around Christmas, and she's not doing it this year. I almost stabbed myself. I know. I'm out this year because she has my dad staying. My dad, stepmom, and my younger siblings are staying there while their house is being built. So they have the dogs, and my grandma didn't want to put them out anymore because of the dogs. And I asked her if she, because they're not going to stay there for forever, and I asked her if she would like to keep a hold of these until, you know, because she could still put them out like in the bathroom and stuff, but she said no, she wanted to get rid of them. So like, look how cute. And they bubble up. So they're just so cute. I'm so surprised she let me have these. A penguin. And then a snowman. I loved these growing up, so I'm glad I have them. I don't remember grabbing this actually. Oh, okay. So she told me that this is, oh my. She said this is broken, but that I might be able to fix it. If I can fix it, great. If not, I'll probably just end up throwing it out. But I didn't even like open it to see what was broken. And she couldn't remember what was broken on it. She just remembered that it was. So, man, that's glittery. So what is broken? Yeah, it looks like it's in fine shape. So, I don't know, this will be really cute on like the top of my bookshelf maybe. I really don't remember her ever having this out, so she must have thought that she had broken it a long time ago. That is my haul from my grandma's. The other thing that I found while I was down there in the basement was Playboy magazines. Apparently, like there were, I'm not kidding, like 12 boxes of magazines. And I guess my grandpa collected them since his college days. So that's like 50 plus years of Playboy magazines down there. I'm gonna move all this stuff out and then we're gonna do the rest of the video. It is freezing in here. There's Hennessy. You guys never get to see him. The chair is gone because my boyfriend took it out in the living room. At this point, he might be the one that sits in it more than I do. He keeps stealing it out of here, even though it's supposed to stay in here. So I think the last clip in this video was of me showing you my little haul from Grandma's house. Since that last clip, we left around noon because Sean wanted to go to a football game in Indianapolis for the Michigan Wolverines. I am so not a football person. I don't know. We left around noon. I think it was like a 5-ish hour drive there, and then 4.5 hour drive. Anyway, watched the game. Game was like 3-4 hours long. Anyway, so we got home at like 2:15 a.m. There's like a little bit of a time difference for us too. So it was a very long day. And then it took me, got home at 2:15. I think it took me like an hour and a half to go to sleep. And then I got up at like 8:30. So I am rocking on very minimal sleep. I'm exhausted. So we're going to power through the rest of this video and then I'm going to go take a nap. But basically, I wanted the rest of this video to be kind of like, I don't know, I just want to chat. I want to talk about what books I have on my Christmas list. That way, if you are still working on your Christmas list, maybe you'll think that some of these books sound interesting and add them to yours. Or maybe you'll give them to someone. I don't know. we'll see. But I also thought it would be interesting. I think a little bit at the end, I'm going to talk about some books that I would gift people. Just as some ideas. So let's get into this. I have my laptop in front of me, so I'm just gonna like go down the list. So the first one is the Chestnut Springs series by Elsie Silver. This is mainly because I think it's Destiny Sidwell here on YouTube that I have watched, or I've heard her talk about it. Is it her or is it Sarah? I don't know. The covers really give me like young horse girl vibes, which like is not a good thing. Like I don't like the covers, but they sound really cute. I think it's about a bunch of brothers and is a romance series. I thought that sounded cute. The next one that I really, really want is Caught Up, the Windy City series, book 3. I've read the first 2 and am obsessed with them. The second one was, I think it was The Right Move. What a book boyfriend. I need the third one so bad. It's like staring at me every time I log into Kindle Unlimited. But I would really like it in paperback version. So if anyone gets that for me, that would be amazing. But if they don't, I'm like 90% sure I will just end up reading it in January. Regardless. The next book is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I don't know how to, I think it's Gillig. Gillig? That's what I'm gonna go with. This sounds so interesting. It's a fantasy, something about like magical cards, tarot cards that you have to, and something about an illness. I don't know. This book and the next book on my list, Powerless by Lauren Roberts, it has TikTok and YouTube in a chokehold. And everyone says they're incredible. I am just waiting to buy any more fantasies because we all know, I've already talked about it so many times, that last month's like majorly fantasy TBR was not it for me. I don't know. I would love them as gifts. I just don't think that I'm going to be buying those for myself anytime soon. That could change. Who knows? Throne of the Fallen is the next one by Carrie Maniscalco. I was incredibly obsessed with the Kingdom of the Wicked series. And I think one of my friends actually has that series. I let her borrow it. I forced her to borrow it. Actually, I would really love to reread that series. I wonder where she's at with it because I would love to have it back and reread it. Oh, it's about one of the other brothers, or king's princes. Man, I'm really struggling here. This whole I'm so sleep deprived. Words are getting harder and harder. Anyway, Throne of the Fallen is about one of the other princes. Moving on, I feel like the next 2 books one is a series and one is just a book, I think. But these were kind of like OG TikTok books that I've seen and just have never gotten around to. The first one is Psycho Shifters by Jasmine Maas, and the second is the Mindfuck series by St. Abbey. Both have high ratings. They sound very interesting to me. The Psycho Shifters mainly because I think it has a lot of spice. The other one does really sound interesting though, because I think it's about a serial killer, and that is like right up my alley. I am a true crime girly all the way, so sign me up. The next one is the Shatter Me series. I think it just wouldn't make sense for me to buy it for myself right now. If someone else wants to buy it for me, then that would be great. That would be perfect. I just think it's something about how many novellas there are, and I've just never understood like which way you're supposed to read it. I've seen so many different like orders, I feel like, of how you're supposed to read those books, and it just confuses the shit out of me. But if someone buys me all of those books all together, I'll figure it out. Another series, I don't know how many series she has, but Carrie Maniscalco has another series called Stalking Jack the Ripper, and that has been in the back of my head pretty much this entire year. I don't know why I never got into it, but I really want to. Same thing with Happy Place by Emily Henry. That one is like, I feel like every single girl has read all of the Emily Henry books, and I'm just like just now getting into Emily Henry. This does not include like all of my TBR or like every book that I want, but just like a nice selection that people can choose from. The last book that I kind of have just on my Christmas list is the Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I could not get enough of the Inheritance games. And also now that I'm hearing about there's more and more, there's 2 more coming out. One that's already out and another one in the works. I don't know, but I need more books by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and The Natural sounds awesome. Those are kind of like the random books that I've put on my Christmas list this year. I obviously do not expect my friends, family to get all of those for me. Like that would be ridiculous. I just like giving like an assortment of books to choose from whenever people ask for like a list from me. That way they don't feel like if they're finding one series is like really expensive and they don't want to do the full series, they just want to give me one book. If they don't want to give me anything at all, that's fine too. But I like giving more than one option. But yeah, I'm very, oh my God, Henny. So I am buying, I think 2 people books this year. It got me thinking about like what sort of books I would tell someone to buy someone in their life if they have never bought a book for someone before. So here are some books that I would recommend that you gift someone. If you know that they love fantasy, I feel like this is such a given, especially with how popular it has been lately, but Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. It has the 2nd book out. There are more books coming. Like if it's your friend, your partner, this would be a good one to like follow up with because you can get them the first 2 that are already out. And then whenever the rest of the books come out, you can surprise them or pre-order them as they come out. And I just think that would be such a cute gift. The next book, if you don't want to deal with any pre-ordering or like a series that's not finished yet, the Throne of Glass series is completely finished. It's an 8-book series. That might sound like a lot, but I can guarantee you it is a fantasy series that is incredible, especially for someone like that's just getting back into books. It might seem like a little daunting for them at first, but these books literally hook you so hard and throw you into fantasy in like such a great way that they will devour them. I promise. If you're looking for more like romance books, if they're not so much into the fantasy things, if they're not super into spice, or if they're younger, or if it's just like, if it's someone in your family, you know, like if you're buying for your mom or something, I wouldn't want to buy them spice because that would like make me feel uncomfortable. So these are some books that I would recommend in that case, but they're still really good. So that would be When in Rome and Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. So these 2 are books in the same series, but they're technically standalones, which means that you can read them by themselves. I would say, because I know you can get them really cheap on Amazon, I think like $9 each on Amazon. To me, it's worth it just to buy both of them to gift rather than just one. They are so good, so cute. Some of my favorite little romance. The next set is a little bit spicy, but it's nothing crazy. But it would be It Happened One Summer and Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. These, again, it follows 2 different sets of sisters. Well, not 2 different sets of sisters. 2 sisters. One book is about one sister. The other book is about another sister. I would, again, say you should buy these both at the same time. That way, whenever you gift them, it's just like as a set because they go so well together because it's a little mini series. It's so cute. They're perfect. As I mentioned earlier, I very much like the Kingdom of the Wicked series by Carrie Maniscalco. If you are buying for someone that likes romance and likes fantasy, then you'll like this romantasy book series called The Kingdom of the Wicked. 100% would recommend. Love it. If I could reread that series all over again, I 100% would. However, you should know that that series though is spicy. So don't buy it for someone that's young. Okay? I feel like that should be my disclaimer for any books that you're buying for someone. Make sure you are reading like the trigger warnings, the tropes, and like the tags on it to make sure that you're buying something that's age appropriate for whoever the hell you're buying for. Okay? Don't come at me in the comments, please, and tell me that you bought like Kingdom of the Wicked for your 10-year-old daughter, because that's your own fault if you do that. So take that with what you will. That's going to be the end of this semi-chaotic video because I am so tired. I need to go get some sleep, and I will see you tomorrow for Bookmas day 4. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.